Hello, it's Carrie here from the Female Entrepreneur Association, and welcome to the 10-Minute Masterclass, your weekly dose of inspiration to build a successful business. So I am going to take a step in the dark and say that you are part of a Facebook group, because we are all part of Facebook groups these days, because they're like the best way to be able to build relationships with like-minded people and our target audience. But also, if used in the right way, Facebook groups can be such a powerful tool for actually growing your business and building your audience. And that is what today's episode is all about. We are joined by the lovely Jordana Jaffe, founder of jordanajaffe.com, and she's going to be sharing 4 things for you to do to help you to really use Facebook groups in the right way so that you can be the expert in other people's Facebook groups. So Jordana, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to talk about this.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me.
I love this because I love Facebook groups. I am part of other people's Facebook groups. I also have my own Facebook group, and I have found that it's such a powerful way to build relationships with people in a really close-knit way. So you really kind of feel like you're getting to know them and who they are, which is so powerful in itself. But I've also heard so many people tell the most amazing stories of how they've used other people's Facebook groups to build their own audiences by getting in them and building relationships with their target audiences. And it blows my mind. I feel like today we can congregate with our perfect audience and with just like-minded people and get to know them like never before thanks to Facebook groups, which just excites me, and I feel like every single one of us should be leveraging it. So let's just jump straight in, and can you share with us what people should be doing so that they can leverage Facebook groups in the right way?
Definitely. So I'm going to be sharing 4 tips. So the first one, which is really the most important for everyone to follow, is clarity of your one-liner. Now, what is your one-liner? Your one-liner is basically what you do. So when I say one-liner, it's I help X who struggle with Y achieve Z. X is your ideal client. Y is their urgent struggle, emphasis on urgent, and Z is the results they're going to get from working with you. So you want to be super clear on what that is, because if that isn't clear, they lost you, right? So, and the way that I kind of test this, that people think is very funny, is I say, get a 5-year-old, whether it's your own or a niece or nephew, or you find one on the street, and, and ask them, does my one-liner make sense? And if it does, then amazing. It's simple enough. If it doesn't, allow them to keep asking you questions until they're like, oh, I got it. And then that is your one-liner.
That's such a good point. I love it.
So someone once recommended that I start a business called Rent a 5-Year-Old.
Sounds kind of wrong though.
No, we're not going to do it. But that is the way, that's the most important thing. If you do nothing else, please do that. Okay. The second thing is about consistently, emphasis on consistently giving value. There's lots of Facebook groups out there, mine included, that don't really allow outright promotions where you can just say, here's my program, sign up here. But most Facebook groups gladly allow just valuable information. So whether you want to gather a bunch of tips, really short blips, right, of great juicy content that you can put on Canva, you can make it into a PDF without outrightly promoting anything, and consistently delivering will A, increase your visibility so much in another group, and B, people will start to be really clear on what you do and see you as an expert, and C, people will start loving you because they'll see you as a super generous person. So that's the second one. The third one is to give really great feedback. And by feedback, I don't mean when you're like, awesome, or I'm going to like this. That's not great feedback. That's a like or awesome. I'm talking about thoughtful comments, right? So someone asks something that is in some way related to your expertise, and you then say, you take like maybe the next 1 to 3 minutes of your time, which is not such a big amount of time in the grand scheme of things. And you say, okay, like this is what you do. You give them maybe a step-by-step thing. Of course, you're not going to give them everything because you don't have the time and the bandwidth, but they're really going to be like, oh my goodness, A, again, so generous, B, expert, C, again, visible, right? So you're noticing a pattern. What we really want to be doing is positioning you as generous, visible, and an expert in what you do and what you're teaching. And the last thing, which again is allowed in most groups, but always check the rules before you do anything, is asking how you can help people, right? So a great way to do this is to just go into a group, at any point in time and say, hi, everyone. If you haven't met me before, this is what I do. And this is when you would insert your one-liner. And then you say, I have the next half an hour or the next hour to answer any and all questions you may have on whatever your expertise is. And then you outrightly want to say, there's no catch, there's no upsell, there's no pitch, I'm just here to be generous, just here to support you however I can. How can I help? What questions do you have for me? And that is my fourth tip.
I love that. And I just love all the things you said. And I just think it's so true and it's so right, because whenever I'm in groups and someone's just trying to outright promote themselves, I'm never interested. It's the people that do what you said, they add the value, but they're also there to add value, but also to, to give feedback and help, and also the people that will open up as well and have a conversation, maybe even ask for help themselves, because then you truly get to know them. It's like a two-way thing, isn't it? Building relationships.
Yeah.
And that's when I always want to actually find out more about them and go to their website, because I think this person's really awesome. Like, I want to go and check them out more, and that works. And I don't understand sometimes. I think it's just that, I guess when you're in business and you so want to build your email list and stuff, you sometimes get like you got your little tunnel vision on that, and so you kind of forget about the fact that it's actually a place for building relationships, and it's a place for adding value. And it always works, like without fail.
Nope.
Always works, because that's how you build relationships. And I love how you said about being generous. I think that is so important. I think so often, sometimes people are so afraid to be generous. And I remember once having a mentor that said, fire your big guns first, and don't be afraid to put out the best stuff, because then people are going to want to know what else you've got, because there's always going to be great stuff that you've got. So I love it. I could sit here and talk about this all day, but you just delivered that so concisely as well for people to actually go and take action. So I'm so excited. I think it'll be really helpful for everyone. So thank you so much for coming to share your amazing tips. Everyone definitely go over to jordanajaffe.com. I'll put the link in the blog post below. She has got so many amazing articles on there and some freebies, so definitely sign up for that. And also leave a comment below and let us know if you are part of any Facebook groups, or which one your favorite Facebook groups are. And if you have a Facebook group as well, leave a comment and let us know below, and maybe even leave one line so we know what it's about, so people who are relevant can go and join and check it out. And also, if you have enjoyed this video but are not yet a subscriber yet, then make sure you sign up. We've got some goodies for you. But I hope you've enjoyed this 10-minute masterclass, and I will see you next week for another weekly dose of inspiration. So much for taking the time to watch one of our videos. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I've got something really exciting that I would love to send your way. We have created the Make It Happen guided visualization for you to listen to every single day for the next 30 days to help you to condition yourself to make incredible things happen. And along with that, we have the Make It Happen workbook to help you to get really clear on your goals, to get so much focus and clarity, to make a plan of action so you know what you need to do and when you need to do it. So if you would love us to send them your way, then all you need to do is subscribe to the email list below, and they will be on their way to you. So definitely do that and come and join an incredible group of women who are so passionate and determined to achieve amazing things and build successful businesses. And I will see you next week for another 10-minute masterclass.